The situation on the ground there is extremely serious. There does seem to be a tremendous amount of violence taking place against these protesters.
Yes, as I said last time when I spoke on Sky News, I said we are for peaceful transitional change, and the regime in Syria should allow demonstration, peaceful demonstration. They should allow people's right of association and of expression, and those people should not be harmed, and they should not be put in any way, at harm's way. That would be disastrous.
Well, why do you think then that this is happening as it is, that this is unfolding as it is, and this type of action and violence is taking place against these protesters?
We've been calling for a while. We saw this coming, and we've been calling on the Syrian regime to change, to start changing, and they have not been listening. And I've said repeatedly, I've called on the Syrian regime to change, to call for all opposition group to call for a government of national unity, to call for a national dialogue. And look what's been happening all over the Middle East. And the Syrian regime have not been listening, and they have not been watching what's been happening elsewhere, like in Tunisia, Egypt, and now in Libya. And they should move very quickly. The situation cannot stay like this forever. I mean,
what would the repercussions be if the regime was to fall, rather than some sort of compromise coalition being formed with the opposition groups?
In Syria, that kind of scenario would be honestly disaster, because as it's known, as I repeat also again, that in Syria you have a lot of religions, a lot of peoples in Syria, and it's clearly a key strategic player. Of course, and it's because of its geopolitical, where it's situated in the region, it will affect all the countries around it. Iraq, Lebanon, Jordan. I think it would be really disastrous. Even the Palestinian, peace process, everything else.
Malik, I mean, you are a spokesman for the Syrian opposition, even though you are here in the UK at the moment. I mean, is there still a mood, a sense, a willingness, should the regime decide to want to compromise, to want to look at some sort of transition and change? Oh, apologies, Malik Abdeh has gone in all of this. He's left us now. I mean, I'll put that to you, Ribal. Do you think that there is any sense that the opposition groups, and what you've seen and the action that has been taking place, do you think there is any sense now that they would be willing to compromise if the regime decided to give ground?
Yes, everybody, nobody, I mean, all the opposition groups have been calling on the same things. They all want the government to change. Nobody is calling on if you have heard what were the demonstrations were chanting yesterday, or what they were saying yesterday, they were calling for peaceful demonstrations. They wanted the regime to change. They want the regime to call on a national unity, as I've said. They want an end to corruption. They want an end to arresting people and putting them in jail for just expressing themselves. This is not acceptable today. We are in the 21st century. People could see, I mean, with all the technologies that the internet, mobile phones, and others, social media, we are all connected, and we can see what's happening abroad. And people would never accept to live today how they used to live 10 or 20 or 30 years ago.
Ribal Al-Assad, appreciate your time and your views. Thank you.
You're welcome.